Yours, we tell him, we tell him,
Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it.
Yo, we back. SNES Kingdom, up to the kingdom. Yo. I'm here with Rays, Chubbs, and Saint. Wow. I mean, good bounce back win. Good bounce back win for us tonight. There's a lot of panic, a lot of panicking, a lot of turmoil on this Twitter. A lot of arguing was going on the last day and a half, but we'll talk about that. Let me shout out everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Age, hey, what's up? Brooklyn Nets 11. Yo, Michael K. Hey, Michael K. David S. Is that the real Michael K? Oh, snap. David S. What's good? You see his profile pic? He got the real Michael K. Why he got the Michael K picture?
No, I don't think that's the real Michael K.
That's not the real Michael K.
I don't think he's a Knicks fan anyway. He's more of a Knicks guy.
Yeah, I think he's
Michael K would not say James Johnson blew layup after layup after dunk.
Michael K would have said that. Shadowlizer, what's up, bro? Charles, what's up? Real Royal, what's good, man? What else is in there? Oh, David S. Chief Jersey, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, Jason Bula, what's good, bro? Tommy Bryant. Yeah, when you first watched this game, I thought it was going to be a blowout. And, at first I was like, oh, come on. Cavs, the whole team is injured. I'm like, this is going to be a wash. So it's not really no breakdown in the first and second quarter because it was like we were just punching them. I think we were up by like 24. It was getting crazy. So the third quarter is where things kind of got a little shaky for the Nets. So I'm going to fast forward to the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, the Nets were up 81-73. KD had 23. He was 9 for 14. James had 16 points, 7 rebounds. Patty Mills had 18 points. And they were slowly, Nets took off the pedal. They took off their foot off the gas in that third quarter. And the Cavs started getting momentum. And then they made that huge run in the fourth. Got it down to 10 in the fourth quarter. So it's just like I said, this was a great win, but it's just it just didn't feel like, I don't know, man. I didn't feel like
it didn't feel like that win where we were like everything was fine, nothing really to say. We got
it was just there's still problems. Something wasn't there. There's
still some uneasiness after this win.
Yeah, like I said, so the Cavs cut it down to 10, and there was a play late in the third. I'm not sure if KD tweaked his ankle, but I think LaMarcus shot though, and then I don't know if it was way too high. KD slipped, and it looked like he turned it a little bit, but I'm not sure because in the fourth he wasn't really moving like the same. It was just a little, I don't know, something was a little bit off, but hopefully he didn't tweak it. But in that fourth quarter, James, it was just basically the Harden show. Shout out to Harden. This is what we want from Harden. The Harden and LaMarcus show in the fourth quarter.
Love mid-range.
Yeah, the mid-range. Shout out to the mid-range. And Patty Mills. Oh, my goodness. Patty Mills tonight, amazing. How many threes he had? He was 7 for 14, 6 for 12 from 3, 21 points. Yep. Amazing. Patty Mills was just lighting it up.
The only negative for me with Harden was his –
yeah.
The only negative for me with Harden was his 6 turnovers, those lazy turnovers, bro.
Oh, yeah, he's got to – yeah.
That's it. I mean, other than that, like, he had a good game. He got to the line a ton.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, super chat.
Thank you, Jelani, for the super chat, bro. He said, I wanted to know why Steve Nash always do that crap, sit KD and Harden 5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Why the F did James Johnson, Blake Griffin, and Javon Carter get minutes? They were 2 and 14. Nash needs a slap for stupid coaching. Yeah, like, and then y'all start to see it now. I've been talking about it stream after stream about that fourth quarter, and it just keeps doing it. He keeps doing it, and the Blake thing too. The Blake thing tonight, it was just Blake did not look good tonight either. He did not look good tonight. It's just like, I don't know with Nash, bro. Like I said, I just expect it. I expect this now. I just expect the bad. from Nash anymore. I don't really expect him to be, a great coach, and it's just
sometimes we don't even expect the least out of the dude anymore, and it's crazy to think that like the bare minimum we can't even expect from the dude anymore. And saying I sent you I mentioned on the topic of Blake Griffin, he was horrible. Saying I sent the email to the Nets Kingdom Gmail or whatever. Look at the photo and put it on the screen. I'm telling you, bro. This is why we need to give Cass a shot.
Hey, Rage, are you on a seesaw right now or what? What is that?
A seesaw? What is this?
Are you in a dungeon cave right now? What's coming?
He said a seesaw.
I turned off my fan. We'll see what happens.
No, it's your chair, bro. Like your chair, your squeaky chair.
You got to be a sick guy to be on a seesaw at 11. What time is it?
Yeah, what's
10:30. Somebody said Saints acting ghost. Harden shoots less, fans get mad. Harden has the ball too much, fans get mad. What? What are we talking about? I just bigged up Harden. Are you just talking about fans in general? JC said, why can't Sean Marks just pull the trigger and let Nash go? He can't. He's not gonna let Nash. Nash is not going nowhere. We're stuck with Nash. The AX said they should have been stopped Blake from starting. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think because, again, we're missing a lot of personnel, so we're kind of stuck with Blake right now because Paul Millsap's gone, Claxton's gone, right now Joey's gone, so it's like we're kind of stuck with Blake. So it's like we don't have many options. I mean, how'd y'all feel about James Johnson tonight? I mean, like I said,
it was his best game so far. I mean, the only thing I will give him is he had 9 rebounds, 4 assists, like 1 steal. He did have something nice going with LA for like 3 or 4 plays. Mm-hmm. He definitely was moving the ball. Like you and I were talking about this earlier. He doesn't move out of the I will not care if he gets cut and somebody else comes in category.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, this arguably was his best game so far of the season. Like he was a lot more active, looked like he was in the flow of like what they were trying to do. He kept trying to get people shots. So I'll give him credit there as far as rebounds and trying to be a facilitator. And I was a little impressed with his ball handling skills. His ball handling skills are better than I expected. Like he wasn't trash out there. So, but again, I would much rather have seen somebody like Kessler Edwards come in, like.
Somebody said, shout out Jelani. Thank you for the super chat. He said, why didn't we go after Tibbs? Yeah, man. I was hoping we would get somebody with some veteran experience. Like I said, I was hoping we would get, but it is what it is. We just gotta, just deal with the Nash thing now. But yeah, so you guys thought, James Johnson was I guess he was since Paul Millsap and Claxton are not here, he's getting their minutes basically. So maybe that's why Nash was just playing him so much. And he did make great passes. I'm not going to lie. He was making great passes, and he did a rebound. But he just was still not that fourth quarter, I wanted him out, bro, because he made a couple of bad turnovers in a row. Then he just got rim stuffed. I wish I had that clip. He got rim stuffed bad. Like he tried to dunk it, and then they got rim stuffed. It was just like bad news. But Nash just stuck with him and was like, you know what, whatever. We're up by, 10, 12? So he was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick with it. But overall, great win. Like I said, there's not much to dive deep into this game. The Cavs, we should have won. We honestly should have beat this team by 20, 25.
Was it really a great win or just a win, like a good win?
It was a good bounce back. I'd say a good bounce back because like this should have been we should have, like I said, we should have put them out by at least 20, bro. This is a team without literally their G League, literally the bench and Kevin Love, basically. They were missing Jared Allen. Who else are they missing? They're missing like the whole starters. The whole starting 5 was gone.
Pepe in the chat seems. Sometimes I wonder if Pepe's a Nets fan or not. But
great win. Yeah, it's just it wasn't a great. I took it. It's a good bounce back win. It's not a great win, just a good bounce back win. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good bounce back win. But this team, the Cavs team, is just like I said. It shouldn't have been this close in the fourth. It shouldn't have got down to 9 or whatever it was, single digits. And it is picky things. I know win's a win, the win's a win. I know y'all gonna spam that in the comments. Win's a win, win. But like I said, we gotta get better. We're not top tier yet. We're not a top tier. We're not a top tier team yet. Every game is important for us to get better, and we just got to keep getting better. And
Jelani's throwing the money around. He might be drinking tonight.
Jelani said, shout out to Jelani.
Jelani saved his money from the strip.
Jelani, yo, pull up, Jelani. Pull up. Just call in. Jelani, just call in, bro. He said Saint. At first, I was glad with James Johnson, but Blake, and Javon played like cheeks. Had Katie quitting on the team. Katie quitting on the team with the 40 to win by 30.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think Katie quit.
I think this is what Rage was talking about.
Oh,
everybody's like, all right, is
bro,
it over yet?
There was a play where it was near the first play of the game. It was Blake on somebody, and he just played some crazy. He played you remember how James Harden used to play defense, just let the guy go. Blake literally just let him go for a layup. I don't know who it was. I think it was Darius Garland, but he just was like, "Here you go," and there was a wide layup. I was like, "Yo, what is Blake doing?"
Another.
Shout out! A. Berry said today was a bad day for Nets Nation. Everyone on social media and TV was trash talking to us. This win was badly needed. Yeah, it was like I said, it's a good win, and it's the Lakers lost. The great news is the Lakers lost and the Knicks lost tonight, so that's just a double whammy for us.
You have to expect, especially because let's be honest. Yes, Kyrie's out, but there's still a ton of hype around the Nets, right?
Yeah.
And I think even as Net fans, did not expect us to lose against all the top teams so far this year. That's just reality. All the good teams we have lost against. That's just a reality, whether people like it or not. We've lost against really good teams, and we've beaten all the teams we're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I do believe there's a little bit of a hype. I do believe some people's, I wouldn't say panic is justified, but I do believe there is some justification to take a honest acceptance and look and say, hey, we are definitely not where we want to be, and we are not the team that we think we are right now. And I don't look that as a terrible, because yes, we have a ton of games left. We have guys missing out right now, and all that shit's going to change. Everything's going to change. It's just there does need to be some reality check. The one thing that really I've been noticing that bothers me is, unless your name is KD, Harden, LA, maybe Mills, maybe Harris, there's virtually not a lot of ball movement. It's a lot of ISO play. And it's I constantly feel like these KD and Harden are fighting for these shots that either A, don't get called as fouls, or they're going to wind up getting hurt. And it's I just, that continuity has got to be there more, because when you look at other teams, even Cavs tonight, yes, they had their scrubs. I wouldn't say scrubs, but they had their lesser of their team, and all their major guys are out, and they still looked good moving the ball together, even though they lost.
Yeah. And it's we still fall into the narrative of what people are saying about us. Oh, the Nets only beat the bad teams and they lose to the good teams. So with this win, we still in the narrative. We beat a bad team. We beat basically an injured, no starting, half of their team is gone, injured Cavs team. So it's at the end of the day, like I said, it's a good win, but there's still more work to be done.
And I gotta say, because realistically, this whole season so far has just been a 180 from last year. Because put it this way, last year we were able to beat the best teams with more missing stars out now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point where we only had Harden on the bench, and we still managed to beat top teams.
Yeah.
And the difference last year, we struggled against the weaker teams.
Yeah.
There was really where say the Magic last year, we would have a conversation are we going to win this one, or are the team going to put effort?
Yeah.
So and now this year it's just a complete 180, and us
our record against good teams last year was different. We was always beating. Remember that road trip where we was being the number 2, number 1?
8-game road trip, that was great.
Yeah, we was beating hella good teams.
No, we beat the Suns. I think we beat the Warriors. We were beating
the Bucks. We beat the Bucks twice. It was we beat a lot of teams. We beat a lot of good teams. Was going to Sixers, but then when we played the bad teams, it's we would just get blown or something bad would happen.
Get punished by the bad team.
Yeah,
the Pistons would make it close. The Magic would make it close. We lost to the Cavs twice in a row.
The Wizards.
Yeah.
Lost to the Wizards. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. Look, if you look at our offense, and it's I low key wish we kept D'Antoni because granted our defense we're gonna have problems, but we're always gonna be good offensively.
Mhm.
Like even role players were better in the D'Antoni offense than kind of now. Because look at our
Yeah,
bench now;
facts.
it's really only 2 people contributing.
Yeah, I saw a stat that said like besides LaMarcus, like the whole bench was like 1 for 11 or something like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? I didn't realize that.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was like 1 for 11, 1 for 12 or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
no,
Like, damn.
so we just got to get that offense together. Like defense, I like where we're at with the defense. Rebounding needs work, but that offense needs to get something together because this is terrible for the offense we have.
If you're joining us right now, the Nets just beat the Cavs 109-99. We had 4 players in double digits, actually. 4 players past 20 tonight. Katie had 23, Patty Mills had 21, James Harden had 27, and LaMarcus Aldridge had 24. So going from here, I guess what's the next game against who we play next? The Magic. We play the Magic.
Yeah.
So that's another bad team. Going forward from here, like, what do you guys think? What do you want to see from the Nets going from here? I know this is a bad team, and the Cavs is not really that good, but I guess what do you guys want to see? I guess better offense. I mean, the defense is fine with me. Like I said, the defense is not a problem. But it's really just the offense to me. The offense and rebounding to me.
Yeah. Going forward, like I don't even care about these games against like the Cavs or the Magic. I'm looking more like the top teams. Because at the end of the day, we gotta beat the top teams. Like the next like top teams we have, the Suns home, Bulls home, Mavericks away, and
Knicks.
then we have.
I think the Knicks we play the next. Oh, is that the next in 2 weeks or next week, something like that?
Yeah, about next week. And you can throw them in there, and then we have the Nuggets home. And it's like, do you think we can beat those teams at the moment?
Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting when we play the good teams. I want to stick it to the good teams so we can show the league like, yo, stop playing with our names. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people playing with our names right now. You know, we saw Stephen A. try to play with our names this afternoon. Let me read some comments. Somebody said rebounding in general, not just offense. Yeah, rebounding and rebounding definitely. Turnovers definitely too. Harden gotta just, I don't know what it is, man. Every game it's like, sometimes he just tries not to. It's like he tries not to, but he just ends up getting like 6 turnovers every game or 5 turnovers every game. It's like, I don't know. But the whole team got to chill with the turnovers. Katie was disengaged the whole night. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. The fourth quarter was the only quarter I think he was disengaged, and I think it might have been from an ankle tweak, bro. I don't know. It just he was moving kind of like slow and gingerly on that in the fourth, but you know it could be just a little something. But hey, he's been balling these past games. Like you can't front him from getting tired or disengaged. Somebody said Kyrie. Here we go. The Kyrie talk. Why don't we rest KD, play Cam Thomas? That's a good question. I don't know. I know people want to see the youngins tonight, but the game was too close. It was literally like 9. We were down. The Cavs were down 9 with like 5 minutes or 4 minutes left. So they're not going to throw the rookies in. Shout out to AG. He said we're missing 3 starting players. Yes, that's a fact.
But here's the thing. Look at last year. We had even more guys out, and we were still winning games where realistically we should have been blown out.
Yeah.
So I don't.
The flow last year was just so much better on offense. It was just so much better. I don't know why. Like this flow of the offense is just people just standing in the corner and just sitting there. It just looks very, very stagnant sometimes, and it's just not good. Yeah,
it's bad. It's really bad.
Shout out to Jelani. He said, thank you for super chat. He said, if KD wins finals and MVP and MVP this year, he is top 6 all time. I don't care. He wins this chip this year. He needs to let Stephen A. snitch and sniffling sharp. No.
Sniffling sharp. That's hilarious.
Sniffling sharp. I'm crying. Shout out to Jelani, man. Yo, Jelani, just call, bro. You can call it, bro. Rubens. He said, yo, we haven't signed Bismack yet, yo. I I can't with the chat. He said
I don't understand this way. AJ, stop sticking up for KD, man. He isn't feeling this team right now, especially after playing against his old team.
He isn't feeling the Nets.
Stop, bro. How do you even come up with
he
that?
He signed that
thing?
extension, but yeah,
he isn't feeling this team right now. After playing against his old team and missing the ball with it. Stop it, man. So what are you saying? Like KD's missing the Warriors? He said KD wants. That's what you're saying. KD wants to go back to the Warriors, Mo.
I think everybody is a little frustrated with how things are going right now. It's evident. Even Harden even had another post conference where he said something similar to that, where he's just not happy with the flow of things right now.
Yeah,
and a lot of that, it does fall on Nash. This is part of Nash's fault too, of not setting these guys up the way they should be. It really doesn't look like, when you look at certain teams, like you look at like against the Warriors, it's like they have a defensive game plan where they're running plays and it's working. They have an offensive game plan. They're running it. It works. Like everybody's bought into a system. And unfortunately, I just don't like, what the hell is our system? Is our system just,
we don't really have a system.
And that to me is very frustrating. Like,
we don't really run plays like that. If you really think about it.
And I feel like we should.
We don't really run plays. It's literally just like Harden dribble, stands in the somebody screens, he rolls, or Harden dribble ISO and he step back threes, or we just give it to KD in the post and KD scores. That's basically that's my question. Three things.
Can somebody explain to me why we don't have that?
Yeah.
Well, saying the obvious reason is we have an offensive coordinator that thought Brandon Knight was a good option to play in Summer League and chose to not play any of our first-round picks. So I'm not surprised our offense is kind of struggling when we have a doofus for our offensive coordinator.
I agree with this though. Nash is not. I don't know how anybody can look at Nash and say he's a great, amazing coach.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with that.
The only time I see the Nets run plays is when we're the team, another team goes on a run, right? And then Coach Nash will call a timeout. Right after the timeout, then I see an offensive play. I see two down screens for KD to get come around and get a shot off. That's when I see plays being run, or we run a certain play for Patty. Patty comes off a double screen and hits a three. When we're in trouble, that's when we would start running plays. But in general, we just we don't run plays. It's just really ISO and pick and roll with Harden.
Yeah, man.
That's basically all our offense is.
I'm missing that D'Antoni offense, bro.
Yeah, or pick and pop with LaMarcus. That's what when LaMarcus gets in. Pick and roll, pick and pop with LaMarcus.
Yeah, and I'm missing that 7 seconds offense. Really, let's be real. That 7 seconds offense, it had its flaws, but it was good.
Bro, everything was just so fluent, bro. It was just motion. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It was just, and it don't matter who was in the lineup. It could have been Shaman. It could have been
exactly.
But it still looked like.
That's the best thing of D'Antoni's offense. Role players thrive in it. That's why you got guys like Robert Covington getting the money he's getting, PJ getting the recognition he's getting, and Aragorn getting the recognition he's getting. That D'Antoni offense is timeless, bro.
Shout out to Real Roy. He said last year we had players moving. Yeah, moving around. LaMarcus has saved us a few games. Yeah, he's been playing amazing. LaMarcus has just been. It's crazy how he got sat last game, but you know what? Last game was a bad matchup for him. This game was a better matchup. He had Taco Fall and all these other. The Cavs are full of big men.
We could slow this team down. We could not slow the Warriors down.
No. It was a bad matchup for LaMarcus. I don't think he should have played in that Warriors game. It was not good. But this game, perfect for him. Perfect for him. You know what I'm saying? Perfect for him. Somebody said Chiozo for Carter. Chill. Cheese. They said cheese.
Why not?
Y'all saw Cheese on the bench last night? He was on the bench right next to Curry. He was
in all street clothes, bro.
Yeah. Cheese, man. Somebody said say what you want, but D'Antoni, but his system doesn't win chips. That's a fact. We're not talking about championships. We're just talking about his. Yeah, that's what
I always said that.
We're just talking about straight offense. I'm not talking about no chips. I never said D'Antoni. I don't want him to be the head coach. I just want him to run our offense.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Think about it. If we had D'Antoni and Steve Clifford as the defensive coordinator or the consultants,
Yeah.
we would arguably undefeated right now.
Yo, that's crazy.
Let's be honest.
That's
we would have been
crazy.
undefeated if we had Clifford and D'Antoni in that staff this year.
Because the defense is looking beautiful. This year, the defense is just amazing.
Hey, Ahmed, did you watch the same game yesterday? Because we definitely didn't slow him down yesterday.
If you're saying we can't slow he's trolling. He's trolling.
I know
he got to be trolling, bro. He got to be trolling.
No, he believes that. He believes that. Like, you must not have been watching the game yesterday because we didn't slow shit down yesterday.
Nope.
But
Curry came out.
I don't know what game you were watching, but
yeah. And then there's some news that broke out too about Claxton, y'all. So Claxton, I think he's gonna be gone. I think Jay even told us he might be gone for a month, and Nash kind of pointed towards that.
Yeah, he said that he's probably will not be for at least the next few games. So don't expect to see him for at least a couple weeks.
He said Claxton has a way to go and needs to work on his conditioning. Nash said he hopes it's not too long. He'll remain out, but he won't return in the next few games. He has ways to go. He said ways to go.
Yeah, his conditioning. I mean, this is the thing too. He clearly had some kind of sickness. People have seen pictures. He lost a lot of weight, and he was already out of shape to begin with. So he lost weight, continued to be out of shape, and now he's like past the sickness, but he's got to ramp up. I mean, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball this year for as far as getting conditioning, getting ready for the summer, and getting ready for the season. He definitely fell behind, and getting sick does not help what he's done. Hopefully they can ramp him up in the next 3 weeks or so. I guess Paul Millsap still is out for a personal reason, and they're not alluding whether it's his kid or not. But I wonder when he's going to be back, because it would still be nice to get him in there a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's a good shout out to Mo. He said that we look like the old OKC team with KD and West. Yeah, it does kind of look like that offense. It's just like your turn, my turn. With Harden and KD, it's kind of like your turn, my turn, your turn.
Yeah,
it does look like that OKC offense, man. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know, man. But you know what? With Joe Harris, not gonna lie, when Joe Harris is in the lineup, it does our ball movement is a lot better with Joe for some reason. Like it does really help. He does really help our spacing.
It's his spacing and a scoring threat, whether you like him or not, or whether you think he's not clutch, whatever reason you don't dislike the man, he does at least attract attention.
Yeah, he does.
Other teams are not going to just leave him open.
Yeah, and the ball is just swinging from left to right when Joe's in the lineup. And now it's like, I mean, we still have those stagnant moments, but Joe does
for sure
help the movement a little bit.
I got to agree with Steve-O here. I hope in the next 2 games, because our next 2 games are Magic and Cleveland again. I hope to God we can give some of these dudes some run, because we're gonna be rested for the next two games we have.
Yeah, everybody's rooting for the rookies, man. Everybody just wants the rookies to play. I mean, I told y'all, man, they're not going to get minutes unless it's a blowout. I mean, I wanted Kessler to get in that Warriors game early, but
I want to see if Kessler is my thing with Kessler is I think he's ready to be in there, and it would be interesting. I want to see if that's like my thoughts are true on it.
He's already an NBA defender. He just needs to. Make. We just gotta see if he can make open shots. That's it at the NBA level.
Or not give up the ball, because we know NBA defensively. I believe he's ready. Rebounding, he's ready. It's just like you said. Can he hit the open shots? And can he play within the system, whatever you want to call it? And move the ball and move the ball around. Whatever kind of I still haven't heard I'd like somebody chat come up with a name for the type of offensive system we run. I need a name.
I'm telling you, bro. Every game is the same thing. I'm really surprised. Like that's probably why the Warriors were so good at because they were just like looking at our offense on tape. Steve Kerr was like, "Oh, this is what y'all do? Oh, figure this out." Because literally, it's just the same thing. Like, it's really I don't know. ISO gang, yeah. Shout out Age. This is ISO gang. That's the name of the offense. ISO gang. It's ISO gang offense, baby. That's what the Nets is right now. ISO gang offense. Somebody said if your offense efficiency per possession was more consistent, then you would actually blow teams out, and the kids could get run. Yeah. Like I said, it's just. hopefully we figure this out. I mean, what are we, 14, 13 games in? Hopefully we figure this out eventually, man.
Yeah.
Give it to KD. Everyone else get the whole.
What was that in the background?
I think this is the name I'm going to go with right here. I think it's called the Durardin offense, is what I believe it's called.
The Harden offense.
I'll
It's
take
the
it.
Durardin offense. That is
Harden
like,
offense.
The
That's what our
That's good.
the Harden
Durardin
offense, man. With a little like sprinkle of LMA and Patty. That's what a little sprinkle of LMA and Patty every few games.
Yeah, exactly. If you're open and we're not double teamed, we'll pass it to you.
We'll pass it to you. We'll pass it to you. Oh, wait, they're all going on a run? Okay, let's run plays now.
Run
plays.
the
Cavs are on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, run the Durardin.
Timeout. Cavs are on a 9-0 run. Okay, we're going to run this play. Patty, you're going to come off the screen. You're going to get the shot off.
Yeah. Nash with his clipboard. There's a big D for Durant and a big H on there, and everybody, all the other X's, just hang out on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, man. Just type your questions, y'all, because like I said, this is one of those streams. Oh, y'all got your segment tonight, the Kyrie.
Oh yeah. This is what
today.
So what day is this? Like day?
Day.
No. Day what of him not playing? So we go by. Should we go by games?
Yeah, I guess we'll go by.
How many games have we played so far?
14.
So day 14.
No, 16. 16. Yeah, 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is day 14 of what is Kyrie doing today?
Wow. That's crazy, yo.
Well, why is the boat like see through? That's
Hey, bro,
why is the boat see through?
Yo, that see-through boat. That see-through boat is sick. I'm not gonna lie.
He's got money, bro. He can afford that shit.
So, like, if a fish or something comes in the boat, you can definitely see it.
It's a glass boat, yeah.
Definitely see what's up, or you can see the sharks that are under the boat.
Yeah, that would be kind of low key. That would kind of be
like
scary a little bit.
Yeah, that would be kind of scary. If I see like a shark under the boat, I'll be kind of. Somebody says Kyrie's in the mosque. It's hump day. It's the James Johnson offense. I'm done.
That was a solid 5 minutes. We had James Johnson be our
Kyrie's fishing. It's Kyrie's fishing. Yeah. Yeah, man. What did y'all think about Stephen A thing? I know people have seen the clip. I would play the clip, but I don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, we gonna get sniped like hell.
We get sniped. First take about to be like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Stephen A. Smith is a Knicks fan, so already out the gate, whatever he says, I'm not gonna fully take to heart or take it as actual information.
Yeah.
And let's be brutally honest. Look at the Lakers. Look at the Bucks. They've had worse losses than us, arguably.
Yeah.
And we hear crickets on the media.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you and I, AJ and I were talking, and we did kind of agree that like 90% of what he said was just straight ass, just stupid shit. But there was a little twinge of some hard truths in there.
Yeah.
I think the part where us not being able to beat good teams, that kind of stung a little. That kind of stung a little.
That's true.
That's true.
People, that's the only like 90. I will say this: 98.5% of what he said was just straight trash and can't take it. But the part where he's like, "Oh, Kyrie betrayed you," like, shut up. But like the part that really hit me was like, right now, yes, we have not beaten the good teams. We've beaten all the trash teams.
And he talked about the Barclays. He was right about the Barclays turning into the Chase Center last night. That was unacceptable.
Here's the thing, and everybody just loves to ignore this. KD got MVP chance the same night. He did.
Oh,
he did. Yeah,
from watching it, from my point of view, the TV, I was really heard. Like, I saw Steph dancing. Steph was shimmying, and I heard MVP. Like, it was loud on the TV, bro. Like, I
talked to a lot of people that were actually at the game, and they said it wasn't as bad as the TV and announcers and people like Stephen A. Smith were making it out to be.
Exactly.
And he said, and then part of it too is there were a lot of fans there that were not Net fans, unfortunately.
Yeah, because
so
some people told me that there were Nets fans cheering for Steph, and there was like some other people that were Steph fans, like there were like Steph Curry fans there. So he said it was like a mixture of both, and I'm like, I don't know, bro.
But look at it this way: the Warriors are a popular team, kind of like the Lakers, kind of like the Bulls, kind of like who else? The Mavericks. Like they have fans that are gonna pop out away games, like whenever they come around. Like they're like teams like the Warriors, they're nationally recognized. So it's not too out the window that the fans are gonna pull up when the Warriors roll through where they live.
Yeah, I don't want. To me, I just don't want to hear that shit, bro. We should be
Oh yeah.
booing Steph. If Steph was dancing on our court, shimmying and shit, we should be hearing. I should be hearing boo, boo. Like the Clay should have been booing him. I don't want to hear no MVP.
I
Like it
mean,
was like
I
crazy.
understand.
if we're
I agree.
honest,
I agree.
if we're honest, we're still building quite a bit of fans and true fans, people that are down, that are not just like, because you do have a mix of people. I think the people that followed them from Jersey for a long time and then into Brooklyn, it really bothers them. But I think we also have to admit there's a lot of fans there that just hopped on when these guys got here. So it could be a little different to them. They're not as invested as, say, longtime Net fans. Like there is some of that going on. And I mean, even in our Discord, how many people have we talked to that said, oh, well, I'm not really a Nets fan. I'm just a KD fan. I'm just a Harden fan. So for some of those people, it's no sweat. Like at the end of the day, they don't really care if the Nets win or lose. They're just here to see their player ball out. And then outside of that,
the Clays don't be looking like, from my point of view. Like again, I gotta talk to somebody who's at the games, but they don't be looking packed out like like usually like how you see certain arenas and they just look packed out. The Clays don't be looking like that. I gotta talk to somebody who's actually there because they don't be looking like that, bro.
I'll say this: when I went to the Hawks versus Nets game, it was packed out.
It was packed out. Okay.
Yeah, it was like, God damn, give me some room to breathe. So
maybe it was like maybe it's just the games, like maybe just the way they position it on TV, because I was like, it don't be looking like it's.
And we'll always offer the opposite side. Like this, Maya B said Kyrie's ass abandoned the team last season. Let's not forget that. Please stop with that BS. Brooklyn fans should have booed the dog shit out of Curry. I mean, that's your side. I mean,
wait, what?
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean Brooklyn fans should not have booed Curry?
They should have.
They should have. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They should have booed him. But why she said please stop with that BS?
Well, I think some people think we're defending. I don't think we're defending. I just think realistically we're still building our fan base, and that's just the reality of it. And somebody like Clay coming into New York, you're telling me with the melting pot that New York is, that you're not going to get a lot of Curry fans there either. Like he's arguably one of the best top players in the game, and they're
and I hate to say it,
the best team in the league right now with the way they're playing.
I hate to say this, but in MSG, that wouldn't happen. Like,
I know, yeah,
it wouldn't happen in MSG. And I know people are gonna say that the Knicks, when the Knicks are actually good now the Knicks are actually good, that when the Steph chants would not, you wouldn't hear those Steph chants. You would hear booing. You would hear booing in the MSG. Like, but I know when the Knicks were trash and they were the scum of the scum of the earth, of course you would want to go to that's the time when the Knicks, you only go to Knicks games to watch other teams. But now the Knicks are actually good, their fans, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna hold you, their fans be they would not let that happen. They would not let that happen. And I hate the Knicks, y'all know me. Somebody says I stimulated them high league and Curry joins with the Knicks. I stimulated them high league and Curry joins with the Knicks. I'm crying. Yeah. Like I said, the Knicks. The Knicks. It wouldn't happen with the Knicks, bro. That's what I said. It just was embarrassing. Like I said, that was a national game, so it's like everybody was watching. They said like that was one of the most viewed Nets games in was it TNT history or whatever?
Yeah.
So
I will say this. Maya just said, Saint, like, because I live out in Cali and I've been out here when they've had Kobe and all that and all the championships, and then I was also here when they got really dog shit for a few years, and it was not pretty. Like you did have other teams, other fans showing up, and you could hear them louder. A lot of people
Yeah, that wouldn't happen to Staples
There
either.
There was a lot of people though in the Staples centers during those dog shit years after Kobe and all them when it was real bad that it wasn't like all hunky dory. Like
Because when I went to LA, like the
when teams are
Lakers,
going,
yeah, the Lakers fans be showing up, bro. Like and the game that they got punched by the Suns. I remember, I was in LA when they got punched by the Suns. The Lakers fans was still in there heavy, bro. Like it was still packed out. They were still they were kind of booing. I think they were booing Devin Booker because he was like talking smack to everybody.
That's like what I said too, though, is that I did talk to people that were at the game, and they said the majority of people that were cheering for them were not Brooklyn fans.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like legit, like just all Brooklyn fans cheering for him. It looked bad. It looked bad on TV. It sounded bad, but.
Shout out to Mo. He said I was at the Nets versus Pacers game and it wasn't packed. The top was empty and the garden is packed no matter who they play or if they're good or bad. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I know a little bit has to do with some of the people don't agree with the mandate. Some of the people don't want to watch this because of Kyrie left and they don't agree with the whole thing. So I know like there's still kind of. There's still kind of beef between some people and the Barclays, so I know it's like that right now. So
I mean, let's be real, dude. Yesterday's game left a bad taste in all our mouths, like in a lot of different ways. You didn't like seeing what was happening, like the cheering, the lackluster from fans in the Clays. You didn't like watching the Nets completely fall apart. Like we got embarrassed. Like we got our asses handed to us yesterday and it looked ugly. And it was a combination of like players not hitting, Nashon is calling, the fact that we're missing Joe Harris, Claxton, Millsap, we're missing all these other players. I'm not even going to bring up the obvious, but it just showed, it really did show there's still a lot of work to be done, even though you have Harden and KD on your team. And that's just the reality. Like if you did have Kyrie in there, like having Kyrie, the only thing I will say about this is having Kyrie on the team would hide a lot of deficiencies that are getting exposed right now. And that's just the straight facts, because if you're dealing with those three individuals, it's not as bad when you're outscoring your opponents like crazy, because even tonight, like against Cleveland, like one of the biggest thing that's glaring, especially is like the no rebounds. Like, yeah, definitely our defense has picked up.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a lot better at certain areas than that, but we still have glaring, obviously, like holes. And when we went up against a well-oiled machine of the Warriors right now, which they are, it makes it real obvious. So, I mean, I'm not going to be like, because some people on Twitter are like super like, oh, there's nothing to see here. It's no big deal. There's nothing wrong with this team. Stop worrying about it. We're only X amount of games in here. Chill out. And then there's the people on the other side that go extremely over the top. The Nets are trash. I can't believe, and they call themselves Nets fan, and they say like the worst things. Mm-hmm. But I think it's more like in the middle. There's definitely some positives, but there are also some glaring, obviously, issues that need to get addressed. That, quite honest, if we started this season with a full squad, Kyrie included, maybe it might be different and it won't look as bad and those deficiencies wouldn't be obvious. But we can't sit here and say there's nothing wrong with this team. And if you do say there's something wrong, it's an overreaction and you just need to stop. Like there has to be a balance to what we're watching and hearing right now, because it can't be one way or the other. That's pretty much how our society's gotten, especially with politics and everything else. And COVID, it's either you're way over here or you're way over there. No, the truth is in the middle. We got our ass beat. We got shit to work on, and it's not going to get better until those things start getting addressed. You're going to have the same problems. Oh, you got a super chat.
Thank you, Jaden the Goat. He said, I'm looking at the big picture. If Marks and KD ignore this Kyrie situation, the Nets fall short this year. Don't be surprised if Harden leaves. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting. Yeah, go ahead, Charles.
Let's be realistic. Where is Harden gonna go?
He can go.
All the contenders are hard capped. So all of them, they have nothing to give for Harden.
I feel like they can find a way. They'll find a way.
But I kind of agree with Chubbs in a little bit. Unless a team really wants him and dumps players to bring him in,
they would.
That's always a possibility. But like I brought this up before about James resigning, was like if he's also trying to build something outside of basketball, where are the only really best places for him to do that? Like his clothing and the fashion. It's like what, LA, New York, maybe Miami. Like he ain't going to Miami. He's not going to LA. New York's really the only other place that he could. I mean, honestly, like where else can he go in the United States and play NBA and also have the market that the Lakers have or New York has? So I kind of feel good about it. I don't think he's going to leave. I honestly think he wants to stay, especially with the amount of money that he's about potentially, if when he resigns, by the end of his contract, he's going to be making $60 million a year. Who's going to turn that down? He's not going to get those numbers anywhere else. You know, I don't think he's going anywhere, but
this was not his last year, right? Doesn't he have one more year?
Yeah, but I'm just saying when he I think when he resigns that contract, though.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look up his contract.
I got you.
I'm not ruling anything out because y'all the same people who tell me there's teams that would take Kyrie right now. So if there's teams that would take Kyrie right now, the whole NBA would take Harden right now if Harden was available. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying like there's a market for Kyrie. Y'all telling me there's a market for Kyrie right now. So I'm not ruling anything out. I'm not ruling anything out.
One more season with him at $47 million. And
so he's under this year, and then next year it's his last year.
His last year is a player option.
Oh, so he can opt out next year.
Yep, which is probably what he'll do to re-sign the extension. Correct.
If he signs, if he signs the extension.
Yeah, that's what Kawhi did for the Clippers.
Yep.
Yeah. So he could either opt out and leave and get something else, or re-sign the extension.
And that's still like, even if he opts out, is he? You know, I mean, that's still 40. That's almost 50 mil. He's just leaving on the table to go somewhere else. I feel good about him staying because I honestly think it's going to work out. Whether Kyrie comes back or not, I do believe I have enough faith in Sean Marks that he's going to do something to make the team better. Yeah. I fail to believe that he's actually going to just sit back and say, "No, this is what we got. We're not going to look to improve or do anything else." I fail to believe. I can't believe that.
Real Royal, what do you think, man? You're the Harden consultant. What do you think? Will you think Harden is going to opt out and bounce, or you think he's going to stay? Maya said, "Yeah."
I'm sorry, but y'all don't deserve Kyrie. What? Come on, Aaron. That's ridiculous. We all don't deserve it. He don't deserve us right now. That's what I say.
I don't know if he's trolling. I think he's trolling by that statement.
No, he's not. He's telling the truth. Not everybody's trolling.
Y'all don't deserve Kyrie, but that doesn't make sense.
I know.
Kyrie came here. Kyrie wanted to be here. Kyrie brought KD here. So I love that doesn't make sense to me. Somebody said, "What am I in Taco?" Y'all wildin' now. Somebody said, "What am I Taco on our team?"
I didn't realize.
Maya said something though.
I didn't realize how tall he was, dude. I didn't realize how big that dude is.
Yeah, Maya said they got to fix his mess ASAP because KD looks hurt. It's all on his face. KD's not getting younger. I don't want to see him sitting on the bench, rocking back and forth like Bradley Beal. That fourth quarter, I'll try to tell you, everybody was like, "Oh, sticking up for KD," but that fourth quarter, I'm telling you, he looked kind of like gingerly on that ankle because, like, if you watch the highlight, he slipped and his ankle turned a little bit when LaMarcus. I don't know. Don't throw no alleys to KD, man. Why everybody? People love throwing alleys to KD, but he threw the alley way too high, and then I think when KD slipped, I don't know, but hopefully it was nothing. Marks will make moves, and these games like last night help him push even more to field calls. We'll see, man. Like I said, we'll see. All we can do is wait and see what happens. Like I said, we're in a good position right now. We're 11. We'll be 11-5.
Yeah, in our next 2 games, there's no reason Magic.
Yeah,
11-5. There's no reason we shouldn't beat these guys, and
yeah,
I think our next big test after that is what
the Suns.
The Suns, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, they still haven't given any. Hopefully, by the Suns, Harris is back. They still haven't given any indication of how long he's going to be out. Hopefully, Millsap's back by then as well. That would be. I'm hoping for that.
Somebody said we need Rockets Harden. All right, y'all. Ask out, because we're probably gonna.
I told you, Rockets Harden is not coming back. We're going to get a good Harden. I do believe he's going to get better. Today, say what you want, but I believe his numbers showed that he played a much better game today. He's getting to the line. That's two games in a row that he's been to the line 10 times. So that's huge. That is huge for us. That means he's getting more comfortable. His legs are getting back. His first step's getting a little bit better. The fact that he had 12 times at the line tonight, 10 yesterday. So, there is improvement. His assists were crazy. He had good rebounds. It's those lazy turnovers that it's either that lazy bounce pass or he tries to do the crossover. And I just feel like that crossover for his right now is a little slow in comparison to past years.
Yeah, and then they kept playing that clip. People kept playing that clip with Steph Curry when he locked up. Allegedly, he locked up Harden on that one play.
Yeah,
they kept playing that Sports Center. Everybody was like, Steph put the clamps on Harden. And
I agree. Harden's getting better.
Honestly, the next time we face these teams we lost to, I'm gonna just need James Johnson to chop one of the other team in the throat. You don't have to hurt him. You don't have to
get a flagrant too.
No, but just a real quick chop in the throat. Just you ain't gotta injure him, but just make him feel pain. Just real quick.
Flagrant, man. He's gotta get a flagrant. Somebody said, imagine Kyrie and Harden left KD. Nah, they wouldn't do that. If Marks found a way to get a rebounding rim protector center, who would you want Sean Marks to get to improve in one major deficiency? Like I said, we would have to cut somebody. Our roster is packed right now. So who y'all want to cut somebody?
James Johnson and Carter for me are on the block. If I have to chop one, it's one of those two.
Like I said, there's not really good free agents out there, but I think we should at least wait till the trade or buyout season. When the trade buyout season, something happens. Something always happens, and you'll see somebody free up. So you don't want to go to before that happens. Somebody says Stephen A. Smith is still salty. Yeah, he is. That whole rant was just it was just I couldn't. Like I said, Stephen A. changed, man. It's just all about headlines. It's all about headlines. It's all about clickbait. He wanted to be the number one trending on Twitter today, and he was because he knew what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Javon Carter is useless. We should have kept Shammy. How is Shammy doing? I haven't even looked at Shammy.
He's averaging 40 from the 3.
What?
He's averaging 40% from 3.
I don't know why I thought you said he was averaging 40 at first.
I know people want Shamit back, but we weren't going to be able to keep him, dude. He wanted to get paid. People don't got to understand that.
I don't know why.
I think he had 1 more year, but he did want to get paid. He did want.
Yeah, and people got to understand. I get Shamit would be nice, but at the same time, some of these players wanted to get paid, and we were not going to. We were not going to pay Shamit what he got from the Suns. There's just no way in hell. I know it's great. I even reading one, Billy Reinhart tweeted out, said something like Landry Shamet for Javon Carter and Day'Ron Sharpe was a move for the future, hurting the now to cut costs and not extend Shamet. Came a year after the Nets acquired Shamet for a cheap Sadiq Bey. Carter has been poor and Sharpe is raw. Shamet would have been nice in Harris's absence. True, but we're not going to pay Shamet what he got paid. There's no way. With as many opening spots as we had, 9 opening spots on our roster, were you really going to give him $40 million for what? What was it? $40 million for 4 years or some shit?
Oh, Shammy got that much?
I don't know. I don't remember. I have to I'll look it up, but I'm just guessing. But I still don't think we were going to pay
No, you're not paying Shammy that.
Shamet,
Jay already said, what about the 11.5 TPE?
Yeah, he got $43 million for 4 years.
Oh, he did? Oh, Shammy got the bread. Okay,
Yep.
Shammy. The TPE, I think Mark is going to hold on to that for now. Like I said, like, there's no reason to panic. Like I said, we're not losing games. It's just, I know Mark sees the problems, but it's things that we could work on. Like, it's things that it's just effort, a lot of efforts things and a lot of coaching things and a lot of chemistry things. It's kind of like, you don't always got to make a huge like roster move sometimes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these problems that we have right now is like, again, we are missing Clax, Joe, Paul Millsap, but some of the things is effort, chemistry, coaching, you know?
Can I add on to that? The other thing that's a little tricky with the trade exemption, if we go anywhere, say we get like an average $5 million guy, a lot of the 1 year guys are on 1 year deals around five mil. I was listening to something else. They rattled off a bunch of names and it was nobody impressive. But you have to also take into consideration if we use even half of that or the full max 11.5 million, that's going to damn near add another 40 million to our luxury tax.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to think about that too. Like, unless there's like a piece that ultimately they can get and the owner's like, hey, this is the one thing that's going to put us together, and maybe he's willing to spend, but you also got to take into consideration that could be a very expensive. It's not just an $11 million trade exemption.
Yeah.
It's actually like a $40 to $50 million.
Yeah, it hurts your cap. Yeah,
so
and you can't attach a player to it. You can't attach a player to it.
Are you willing to? Is the owner going to be willing to spend anywhere from 40 to 60 million on a player that's only going to be a half a season rental if you get him in February? I don't know about that. Like, that's a heavy price to pay for. And
because you can't attach a player to it, and we have to cut. Like I said, we have to make all these cuts. Y'all are saying do all this trade and all that, but we have to. If you want to use that TPE, we would have to cut. We have to cut somebody. We'll cut people. Cut more. I think we have to cut more than one person for the TPE. We have to cut more than one person.
Well, I mean, your roster
depends how much you want to use of it. Yeah, depending on how much you want to use of it. Like, if you want to use the full 11, you gotta cut a couple.
Because if you really go do Joe Tsai is already paying a lot of tax, and is he willing to pay another 40 to 60?
You know what I realized when Joe said he didn't want no more, when he denied Spencer that bread. When he denied Spencer that bread, I was like, okay, Joe's like, okay, I'm done doing I spent enough.
And then what did they do with Siku? Siku would have costed us.
Siku, exactly. Another reason why he cut costs.
I think it was like 10 to 20 million. And it, like, he had his contract, but it actually would have added like 10 to 20 mil and it luxury tax. So
Joe's done spending bread, y'all.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's in so much debt. He's like, nah, I can't do this. He's trying to cut the cost right now. He's already in so much debt with the team we have right now.
Yeah,
he's in tons of debt. And then with the extension, KD extension, if Harden extends, we're going to be even worse in under the cap, over the cap. My fault, over the cap.
I wonder though. Does paying Kyrie I don't know this, but does paying Kyrie half his money, does that help us against the bottom line?
No, we're still over the cap. Yeah.
Even though we're only paying him half, but I mean, does it help? But I mean, and that's the thing though. If people are interested in these TPEs, go look at how much the TPEs are, and then go look at players that are on a 1 year contract that teams would let go, and you're not going to be too impressed. Especially if they decide to just say use even half of that TP, say just a fight. Like, there's really not a lot out there.
The market was booming last year, but this year I don't know if the market's gonna be the same way. Like the free agent, the buyout market, it might be dry this year, yo. I don't know. And
shout out to I have to, because I can't say it's all mine, but I started thinking about it after I heard it on the Glue Guys podcast. I was listening to that on the way to work. And they put that like in my head, and I just started looking at it, and it's true. Like, it's the other things we don't think about. You can't attach on a player, and the money that would be spent would be a massive tax hit. So, The only way I see them really doing that like that is if somebody severely got injured. And just remember, those TPEs will come in handy also after the season. They're good for into 2022.
Ask y'all questions, y'all. Just put @Saint in the comments. Ask any last minute questions before we end this.
I got one. I got a follow fun one to potentially end up. If any Nets player was a football player, what would their position be and why?
Oh shit, that's actually a good question. James Harden would make an amazing.
He'll be a linebacker because he thick.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Julian don't say shit, and that's all he says.
I'm done. He said a linebacker.
Not gonna hold you. I got Blake being a fullback or like a tight end, like a Rob Gronkowski type.
Yeah, Blake would be a tight end.
Blake would be a whole fullback or tight end.
His knees.
His knees.
All right. Rob Gronkowski got bad knees. You see him balling.
Oh yeah, he do.
Katie would be a wide receiver. Somebody said Katie. Katie could be a wide receiver. No.
No, Katie has a wide receiver. Is nasty.
Yo, he would imagine him in the end zone. He'll just be like, "You don't even got to jump." Just bring him down.
Yeah, KD definitely would be a wide receiver for sure.
KD in the end zone would be crazy. What would y'all think James Harden would be?
I could see Bembry as a running back. Brown and Bembry could be running backs for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Blake would be a tight end.
Patty Mills would be running back too.
No. Patty Mills would be on special teams.
Oh, he would be. Patty Mills would be the kick returner.
Either a kick
like a punt returner. Yeah, because he's mad fast.
Yeah, Harden would be the QB. Obviously, he'll be that QB.
James Johnson quarterback. I'm done. This is where we got to end the stream right here. Somebody said James Johnson quarterback. The QB with them sideburns.
And he's still rocking those things, dude.
Patty will be a punter. Oh yeah, he did play a little. Okay, yeah, Patty could be a punter.
Age said. This is good. Age said Harris is a kicker.
Field goal kicker.
Yeah. LA at center.
Nah, that definitely wouldn't work. He's too tall.
I'd say he'd be a linebacker, probably middle linebacker.
But some of those linebackers are tall as fuck, bro.
Yeah, bro.
The lineman be tall.
He'll be in there on that O-line.
Yeah, he'd be an O-line. Marcus probably O-line because he's 6'11".
Dude, some of those guys could dudes could literally rip an average person's arm off their body. It's the size they are. Nash would be a cheerleader. Where was that? I see that. Where did that go?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Nash would be a mascot or a cheerleader.
Carter would be the water boy. I'm done.
He would be.
This is getting crazy. All right, man.
Right now, yes, Golden State is a better team right now. Yes. I will not disagree with that.
Damn, I'm glad I wasn't here yesterday.
Damn. Is he saying they're a better team than us?
No, he's asking. He says,
right now.
He's like, is Golden State a better team? As of right now, yes, they are a better team.
Oh, yeah.
Right
At
now.
the moment, they're better.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the future. I'm not saying it's going to pan out.
We're supposed to be better than them by a lot, though, at some point.
If Wiseman...
They have one superstar.
Yeah.
One superstar. You know what it is? They, like I said, I said this in the Discord. They built their team like the Phoenix Suns last year. Just a whole bunch of 3-and-D wings. Mm-hmm. And young guys coming off the bench.
Can't go wrong with that. Like ever.
Yeah, just young guys who can play defense, play hard on defense, and they can hit their threes coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of built their team. Now they got Clay coming back.
In 2016, that's why he's able to be successful. Like if you put him on a team with all them 3-point shooters, he gonna do something with it. Like
because the Warriors went on the run and Steph wasn't even in the game. That's how they went on like a 15-0 run, and Steph wasn't even playing. He was on the bench.
Duke of Quail said, "Do you think we need to start trading to get what we need to win the chip, or do you think we need with our basically what, or do we need to rock with our rookies once we start incorporating?" I mean, I honestly think at the moment, you got to imagine if Kyrie comes back, that's like a mid-season superstar acquisition, right? That would change the whole complexion. But I also really believe they are pushing Kessler, Sharp, and Cam really hard to possibly be later season getting more minutes. I'm going to say this, and I could be wrong, but I'm okay with saying it. I honestly think Kessler will make a bigger impact first, then Sharp, then Cam. I know people may not think that or that I don't like Cam, but from what I see, I could see Kessler getting more minutes, and then depending on if something goes down with a big man, seeing Sharp in there. As much as I would like to see Cam in there over, say, Carter at times.
What happened to DDJ? Where did he go?
He's down in the G League.
They put him to the Long
Island. Oh, he's in the G League?
Him, Gray, Zigzag.
They're in the G League?
Hey, let me find it. We picked up. The
rookie's not going nowhere, y'all. They're the future.
No.
We're not going to. They're not going anywhere. The rookies are going to stay.
We found a whatchamacallit. Let me pull it up. We picked somebody up from in our G League.
Like I said, we're not trading.
No. Here, where is it? Okay. So the Long Island Nets have acquired guard Isaiah Wright from the available player pool. He replaces guard Josh Gray while Gray plays for USA Basketball in the upcoming FIBA World Cup qualifying games. I don't know anything about Isaiah Wright, but apparently we picked him up and put him in our G League.
He's a center? Well, I didn't hear you.
It says he's a guard. I'm going to look him
up. He's a guard?
Get more idea what he is.
Somebody said Cam is the future. They're not going to trade. They're not going to trade the rookies out of here.
No. The only way they would do that is if we've somehow got some magical.
Yeah. But to answer the Duke of Quail's question, I don't think we need to start trading right now. Nope. We have a good team. It's just, like I said, we got to play better. You know what I'm saying? We got to play better. Effort, chemistry. Again, I told you, effort, rebounding, chemistry. Those are all things. Coaching got to be better. Our effort got to be better. And
this dude's a midget compared to other players. He's 6'2" guard, 180, played out of San Diego. He doesn't have all that impressive. He's almost hitting 40.47 from three. But he hasn't played too many. So he's all right.
Somebody says, is there a possibility to replace Nash? I'm crying.
Yeah, can we do a coach trade?
Didn't that happen before? Didn't Doc Rivers get traded? I think that happened before. I remember there was one time a coach got traded.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Out of those three rookies, Sharp, Kessler, and Cam, who do you think breaks the lineup more meaningful minutes, if any of them do this year?
Definitely Kessler. Yeah, because
I want Kessler, but I don't think Nash is going to do that. I feel like
because that center position is stacked. That point guard position is stacked. So I don't know. I think that wing position is going to definitely be filled in quicker.
Yeah. This question, we talked about this earlier. I don't think Kyrie betrayed KD because nobody in their right mind when Kyrie and KD came here, nobody had any idea about COVID hitting and doing what it did. So I don't look at that as a betrayal.
And fun fact, we heard it before. None of the big three was vaccinated before the training camp actually started.
Exactly.
None of them were vaccinated. It wasn't just Kyrie. KD and Harden were. They just literally they didn't know this was happening until training camp, like before training camp.
I mean, Stephen A. just mad that he got a really big ball spot in the middle.
I guess my question then to somebody like Howard, if you feel like he betrayed, like just post a comment in there. But I need explain to me why he betrayed him, because I mean the way I look at it is like they all came here on the same page. Nobody knew COVID was coming. Nobody knew it would do what it did, and then COVID.
Nobody knew New York would be the only state to not let people.
Exactly. And
nobody knew this was going to come. Like when they signed a contract, it's not like it's like Kyrie knew this was going to happen.
Stephen A. Stay the rest of your hair off. Let it go.
And the reality, whether people like it or not, is that there's a lot of people that are not just like hardcore like people on the right that are, and I wouldn't even want to say anti-vax, but are not comfortable taking the vaccine. I know, like where I live in the beach town, there is a lot of
there's millions. Literally half the nation is. There's a whole southern half of the nation is.
There is a
doesn't like the vax, bro.
There's a bunch of like granola hippie surfers that are like all into natural shit, and they don't even like taking ibuprofen or aspirin.
Yeah.
So I mean,
there's millions of people that are not vaxxed right now, bro. It's not just like Kyrie is just the focal point, the face of it, because he's on the Nets and it's New York, and you know.
And listen, I do agree. I think he's can be a little selfish. I believe he's in. The only thing that bums me out is I do believe he's in his own little world right now, and I feel like he's hearing what he wants to hear, and I don't know if he's really hearing from other people. And like even Nash the other day, that during this interview with Nash the other day, Nash said, "Hey, yeah, I talked to Kyrie, but we don't talk about basketball. I just talked to him about how he's doing." So, you know, we don't know what kind of conversations are happening in the background.
Stephen A is trying to Stephen A made it feel like the Nets are all fighting in the locker room.
Yeah,
Why he's like, Kyrie and KD are fighting, and
I mean,
meanwhile they could be they could be on the phone they could be FaceTiming right now. We don't even know it. They could be talking right now.
And that's what being a
playing
fan.
2K. They could be playing 2K together right now.
Yeah, right.
Y'all understand? Like Stephen A is just trying to build. Like I said, it's all for clicks, y'all.
He's trying to sabotage the Nets so that he a Knicks fan. That's what I think. I'm like,
yeah. And think about Twitter world. Think about Instagram world. It's like everybody thinks they have the answer, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like and I'll just use Harris as a perfect example, right? Harris goes down, he gets hurt. People are like saying, "Oh, I'm glad Harris is not here in this Warriors game," and this and that. And then what is Harden? Harden comes out and then goes, "Yeah, we really miss Harris. We really need Harris. He's a huge part of our spacing and how things run." And it's like, and if I'm like a real fan and like liking my team, and it's like if I'm also looking for the right answer, no offense, but I'm gonna trust James Harden's word on a man that actually knows how to play basketball over somebody like me who's just a fan and has an opinion. And we all have them. And it's like, if James Harden's telling you that we need Harris, I trust that information more than I trust somebody random in a chat just saying like whatever they want. Oh, Howard responded. So Kyrie betrayed KD because they came here together, and the evidence is in the vaccine is overwhelming success. No, so now Kyrie,
don't answer that question. That's too political, because that is not true.
Is this Stephen A's burner?
He said the evidence is in. He don't even have the evidence.
Not all the evidence.
What evidence do you have, bro? But yeah, we're gonna
he looked at an article online. The evidence is in. He was like, all right, bet.
But at the end of the day, whether you agree with Kyrie's decision or not, we all make decisions throughout a year on our own medical history, whether family or friends agree with it sometimes. So whether he's a basketball player or not, he's still afforded that same right to make a decision for himself. Whether I don't like it, I wish he was here. Gave my take last stream that, yeah, that's $35 million asset just chilling at home. But
at the end of the day, I think if it comes down to it, if all else fails and it comes down to it, I think Josiah is just gonna let it go. Kyrie on the road, boom, like just like that. If it comes down to it, we're in the playoffs. We're
down 3-3, down
something, or not even if we're down, just to be like, I want to chip. If Josiah is like, you know what, I want to chip. Kyrie, you can play on the road. Fuck it.
I mean,
he can do that. You don't got to trade him. He can do that and just unleash Kyrie on the road.
There's nothing wrong with accepting Kyrie's decision and respecting it, but also being frustrated and pissed off at him. You can have both thoughts and feelings simultaneously. It's not just like cold cut either way. I mean, I don't think there's anybody on here that does not feel some sort of annoyance with Kyrie for not being here. I'm sure everybody has a little bit of annoyance to some degree. But on the other hand, I'm sure there's people that are like, hey, dude, it's his decision. It's his body. I get it.
Because I know like people just think that Kyrie can't play. Like I said, the Nets could play him away games. They could play him away if they really wanted to. But,
they want to be lame, though.
You said they want to be lame?
I get it, though. I get it. I understand why they did it.
If they really want it, bro. Like I'm saying, I will take I said 100 times. I will take Kyrie on. Last year, our whole team was part-time players. If you really think about it, everybody was part-time last year. Nobody played like.
We went to Golden State last game, right?
No. It was they came here.
They came here. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Last year, we were all part-time. KD was in the lineup.
Yeah,
KD was in the lineup 10 games. He was done. Kyrie was in the lineup 10 games. He was. Harden was in the lineup 15 games. He was going in and out of the lineup. And we still figured it out. We still almost beat the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? With all that, we still almost beat the Bucks in Game 7. So it's like, I'm okay if playoffs Kyrie away. I'm okay with it. I think the Nets could figure it out. If they, I'm just saying if all else fails. I'm saying if all else fails and we're panicking and we're losing or something like that, I feel like he could also do. That's another option. People
let
think
him
that's
off the
another option.
leash.
I think you need to. I think Age needs to come on the mic because Age has been distant.
He says not how you run a business.
Come on, Age. I'm sending you a link in Discord. You need to come up here. The people need to hear you. I'm sending you a message.
We need to have a dialogue.
That's not how you run a business, but it's how you win a championship. Is that how you? What about it? We're talking business, or we're talking about winning a championship?
Oh God.
Age. That's what you're talking about.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey.
We talking business or we talking chips? You know what I'm saying? You care about the money with the business, or you care about a ring? That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about right now.
Because as it stands,
keep it 1,000, Age.
Bro, all the East teams, bro, they're like filling one or two holes away from being like really good and being able to beat us. Like Giannis. Like if Giannis really like is able to shoot consistently from the free throw and he's able to shoot from the three, we have a problem, right? If Jason Tatum starts being more efficient, we have a problem. You know, Bam's gonna keep developing. If Jimmy Butler starts to get it together, we have a problem. Like these are all teams that could really just slap us as it stands right now.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, it's like this offense is not even complicated, bro. We're literally ISO game. Kyrie could just come in and fit in like a glove, literally.
He's good off the ball. He's
ISO. This is ISO gang offense. This is what Kyrie will fit in perfectly. He can just come in, ISO gang, boom. It's not like the offenses we have, like some crazy offense.
I will say this, Howard.
I
will say this, Howard. I don't want to get into a medical vaccine debate. We don't try to do that here. But to just respond to you, there are a whole crap load of NBA talent that just took the shot once and did not take the second one. But Age, what do you got to say, bro?
I don't think
there's a third one, and I think they're talking about getting the fourth one now.
The boosters, yeah.
Yeah, and they also said a J&J or something like that. They're saying that if you took that, you got to take another one. I don't know.
Pretty soon they're gonna be talking about
there's so many shots. Like
Howard said, and no, I am not a Stephen A. stan. So, hey, speak your shit, Age.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all
what's up, man?
So, what was the question you had for me? Like, what happened?
Well, no, you responded saying something that it's a business.
That's not how you run a business.
Oh, yeah, the whole have them play the away games.
Age, why you doing that?
Why I'm doing what?
Why you doing
bro. Age will be like, I'm cool with it in the playoffs. If we're down 2-1, you're gonna be like, yeah.
Age, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
I'm not okay with that, man. That's not okay. Bro.
That's not what you're feeling that.
That's not how you. That's not how it's done. It's
not how it's done.
No,
but it might be how it
when have you ever heard of that? When have you ever heard of that? Like that's.
I've never heard of that, but we might.
Last year when when everybody was playing 10 games and going in and out of lineups.
Yeah, but they were hurt, bro. This was like legit stuff, man. This dude is just sitting on the couch right now. He not hurt.
Yeah, but like I said, the Nets they're forcing him to sit. Like he could play away, but
he's probably emotionally hurt though.
I feel like, man, Kyrie, we just need to trade unvaxxed Kyrie for vax Kyrie. That's it.
I feel you.
That's all the team needs, man. That's it. And then we good to go. But until this gets resolved, and I mean, we 15 games in. How much longer we waiting? AJ, how much longer we waiting, bro?
Bro, I told y'all what it is. I said if all else fails, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna be in the playoffs regardless, with or without Kyrie. But I'm talking about playoffs.
Not saying anything though.
I'm talking about playoffs.
Saying anything.
If playoffs come, I'm taking Kyrie on the road. I will take Kyrie away, bro.
Y'all suitcase.
Josiah is gonna I'm telling you, Josiah just let it roll. If you want a ring, if we really want a ring, we're talking rings here, right?
Age.
We talking rings here. We're talking championship. I'll take Kyrie on the road.
Age, we down 2-0. You not letting Kyrie off the leash.
We down 2-0.
Yeah, we down 2-0. You're not letting Kyrie off the leash. Bro,
I'm not getting to the playoffs with that man not on our team, bro. Like
We gonna get to the playoffs though.
No. Hold on,
Yeah.
because we're not getting that far without this being resolved. I'm not that kind of person. I couldn't sit around. We gonna wait the whole season?
I hopefully not.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but it's looking
that
like
would be really crazy.
That would be insane.
That would be really crazy.
Like we're not hearing anything either. We're like I think he's not getting the shot, bro. Because I mean, if he was gonna do it, he would have did it by now. I mean, how much information does he need?
Yeah.
I mean,
but so you think, all right, so the Nets are holding him from playing away games, right?
Right.
You're saying, oh, Kyrie's, we're gonna have to wait we don't have to wait the whole season. We could let him play away. That's what I'm saying. If you really if you want him to at least gain some type of chemistry with the team, he could play away if you want. But they don't want that. They want him to stay off and hold him back.
But
you understand why? I think everybody understands why they.
I understand why. I'm just saying that's the option. That's another option, though. I'm saying that's another option.
But here, there's way more risk to him playing only away. Because think about it. We look at the games, and we don't have a lot of consistent home away. We'll have an away, like 3 home, and then away again. Like, you can't play NBA speed and then rest that long. That will cause injuries to Kyrie.
I mean, what if he practiced at his little home gym?
So
that's not the same thing as playing ball, Drew. You know that.
It's not the same thing, but like he can.
Well, he's allowed to practice in Brooklyn. He's allowed to practice in Brooklyn, and he's allowed to practice. Like I said, that's the thing that's weird about this whole situation. He's allowed to practice in the Brooklyn HSS Center, but he can't play in the Barclays.
I thought he couldn't practice at the facility either.
No, he can. They let him practice. He can practice at the facilities.
If they drop the mandate, I'd be happy. I hope people ain't thinking that it's just about him. I don't care if he gets the shot, bro. I just want him to be able to play basketball, and he can't play basketball right now.
And then my questions like this, like Usable Fiber said, Kyrie is getting the shot. He just wants to rest a bit. That just, I mean, I get what you're saying, bro, but that don't make sense, dude. There would be, if he really wanted to play and he was getting the shot, he would have done it by now.
He would have did it by now, man.
And who knows? Maybe knowing Kyrie, you never because the thing too with Kyrie, it wouldn't also surprise me if he did get the shot and like ramped up, and then all of a sudden is like Kyrie Irving's coming back. Like it wouldn't surprise me.
I just want to address something real quick because it says the shot doesn't stop you from spreading COVID. I don't care about COVID, bro. Not having the shot stops him from playing basketball. This is a basketball stream. We're not talking about whether he's spreading. I don't care about the whole COVID thing. That's every individual's whatever. Yeah. I just care that he can't play basketball.
There's a lot of people that caught COVID that are vaxxed in the NBA right now.
Don't care about that part. Just care that he can't play ball. He can't play ball.
I mean, and then think about this though, Real Royal. I get what you're saying. But let's be honest. If Kyrie got the shot right now and came back and was here the rest of the season into the playoffs, are we just going to sit there and complain about it the whole time? Or are we just going to say, all right,
no one's going to complain. Everybody's going to be hyped. Everybody's going to be happy. People are going to post Kyrie highlights. They're going to be back like everything was normal.
But Center is sold out the rest of the year.
But there are people that will say what the Real Royal is saying. Oh, well, this is ridiculous. He just wasted our time. There's people that will say that.
No, that's true. And it's fair to say that. But at the same time, it wouldn't matter because he'd be out there playing basketball. We'd be watching Kyrie balling. Shit.
he says, no, I won't complain. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we all going to. There would still be people complaining.
Real Royal, you lying.
They'd be like, they wasted time.
But he's right. There will be. Probably Nets Daily.
Nets
Daily probably still complaining about him.
El Barbu said Kyrie will dead ass come back, play for a week, and then
he stopped
for a month.
Stop it.
Bro, Kyrie will
take a break.
I'm sorry. If y'all think Kyrie won't take a break, Willis having only those away games, you're crazy. He will dead ass take a break.
He's not gonna take a month break. Nah, he's not gonna do that. That's OD. That's OD. That's OD. He not.
Is he talking about if he gets vaxxed, or are you talking about like if he gets
vaxxed? If he's not vaxxed, he will dead ass still take a break, even if they're allowed to only play away games.
What if he's vaxxed? He's still taking a break.
Yes.
Not
a month. Not 2 weeks.
But let's ask another question tailed with this. Do we still think this team can get it together without Kyrie?
Yeah, they should be able to. It's 2 superstars on this shit. You know, they should be able to. We got
We're
good
good.
offensive
There's
pieces.
a lot of people that are feeling like that we are just not going to get it together, that we're not going to be okay. See,
Then
like
I
right
guess
there,
Katie and Harden must not be superstars then if they feel like that.
So
I'm
even
completely.
Yvonne,
I'm
Aaron
fine.
Brahim said no. Yvonne said no. So I mean,
So Katie and Harden aren't
Francisco-
superstars then? That's what y'all saying?
Nobody
Yeah.
said that. Nobody said that. Don't conflate the issue.
I haven't
What
brought
they're
up
saying
Kyrie
is that
once
the
this
team,
season.
If you
I'm
saying
only-
if you saying no, then they must not be
what they're
superstars.
saying is that even with the 2 superstars we have, our team is designed around 3 superstars, not 2. We built the whole team around 3 superstars.
They
But
can't
you
adjust.
you don't honestly think that with KD and Harden,
I think with KD and Harden,
what
we can get to the.
what we currently have, and if I'll put the asterisk in there, if Sean Marks makes any possible moves, you don't think we can make it work?
We need a full
Well,
roster.
we need superstar Harden. Once superstar Harden gets his Thanos rings and all that, then we'll be all right. That's when we'll be. We need superstar Harden too. With superstar KD, superstar Harden, I think we can go to the finals with both of them. With both of them at their top.
Do you think we have better players around KD and Harden than we did last year?
I think we do.
Okay,
that's not even a question. That's not even.
I like our whole team.
Okay, so then if we got where we got last year with a 40% Harden, no Kyrie, and just KD with a bunch of arguably lesser players, what makes us think we can't get back to that level by the end of the year?
Here's a couple of differences.
I've been saying. I said I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, but that's something people need to keep in mind.
These are the differences that I think from this year to last year that are really important. Like James Harden, when he joined the team last year, he had not been injured before. Now, this is something I'm learning about Harden myself and watching him this year. He gets in his head a lot. Like, you see how he is with the refs. I think he's thinking about the hamstring too much. But when he first got here last year, he was free. He was just balling. We all seen how he is when he's just balling. I think he's in his head a little bit this year. And maybe he's just that kind of person. You know what I mean? Where, like, he gets in his head and it affects his game.
When KD and Harden are, like I said, MVP KD, MVP Harden, I think we can go to the finals with that, but we just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? When they're both at their top superstar potential, like playing amazing, I definitely think we can get to the finals.
Because I understand that the team is like built for 2, but I look at KD as the best player, and I look at Harden as a top 10 player, and it's like I do feel like y'all should be able to adjust. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if you don't adjust like 15 games in, but by the end of it, like we should be able to win a championship.
I'm just glad we're winning the games we're supposed to win. Go ahead, Chubbs.
And put it this way. I got like 2 things to point out. Like, put it this way. We saw KD go ballistic by himself in Game 5 and Game 7. If you don't think a Harden giving us a solid 25 with KD that was going crazy is not going to win, I don't know what to tell you.
Or 30 piece.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's going to give us that.
Literally, KD's foot size determined our exit. Literally, his foot size determined our exit. So only imagine if Harden was somewhat healthy and was giving us a solid 25 to 28 points a game.
But look, Chubbs. Giannis, if he starts, like I said, getting his free throws right, which we're seeing right now, like his 3-point shoot, which we're seeing right now, and if they shoot better, because they shot pretty bad the first 3 games, and if they shoot better, you know, when Chris Middleton starts being more efficient,
if their big three plays great, like all 3 of them go crazy, then we're in trouble.
Like
I'm talking Drew Holiday, Chris, and Giannis all have 28
averages. Like let's say he averaged 24, right? And he shot 42 from the field and like 39 from the 3. We're probably losing, I think. But it depends on how the Bucks play.
And let's be honest with Harden, though. The last 2 games, Harden has been to the line more than 10 times last 2 games, which shows you he is like here.
He's figuring
Harden is becoming more aggressive.
He's figuring it out.
He's figuring it out. It's happening. I mean, if he wasn't getting calls, he wouldn't get to the line 10 times against the Warriors, which is still pretty good. As good as they played their defense against us, he still got to the line 10 times. Got against 12 times against a scrub team tonight. So it is improving. Harden is improving. Like, this is just stupid. Like, Harden trash, dude. What? Like, that is just the dumbest fucking comment I've read all
look,
night.
And you know what? And Saint, it's I'm gonna piggyback off that because I swear people have amnesia. I remember very vividly in that Bucks regular season series, everyone in this chat was saying we need Harden. KD and Kyrie wasn't enough.
Right.
I remember all y'all saying that Harden's trash, all this. I remember y'all were the same ones saying we need Harden to win the chip. Harden's the key. Harden's this. Harden's that.
Oh my God, thank you, bro.
But that's every game that changes, Chubbs. You know how our fan base is. They crazy.
Yeah, they change opinions like Shaq changing teams in his twilight years. But that's besides the
He only puts fucking on Bum's team. Like, who? Like, Nazar, are you even a Net fan? I don't know. Are you like? Who are you? I know he is, but he only puts like.
I'm scared in the playoffs because they don't be like the refs. They don't be calling like fouls in the playoffs, bro. So I be even more scared. I'm scared to see how they do. I think they really like just might not blow the whistle for Harden in the playoffs. I'm scared because they've done that his whole career. And if they're this strict in the regular season, like, bro, what if they just don't blow the what if Harden get clothesline and somebody punch him and they just don't blow the whistle?
Yeah.
Then we riot.
Swaggy
like, what if somebody clothesline him and they just don't riot? Like, wow.
Swaggy Zay just asked, "Do you think Cam should take Carter's minutes?" The answer that this is my thought on that. Offensively, yes, Cam should replace Carter, but defensively, no. So give and
not going to happen.
Give and take what you need out of that.
Yeah, I know Nash is not going to do that.
If you need more scoring, yeah, put Cam in there. See, this is what drives me nuts. I'm a KD fan, and he doing KD when it really this is the problem. Like, you're only looking at KD, and then you trash everybody else on the Nets team. Like, stick with a team. Have some have some loyalty to a team, and then maybe you might understand a little bit more. You can't just look at KD and be like, Harden's trash. Everybody else is trash. Like, come on, dude. Get out of here with that shit.
We're missing 27 points a game, man. It hurts my soul every time I watch us play. We're missing 27 points. Yeah. Efficient 27 points. Oh my God. You're missing oohs and eyes.
Yeah, but you said Harden was trash, bro.
Who?
This guy Nazareth Rodriguez, like, I don't know.
The Cam stands are in the chat again too, yo.
That's fine.
I mean, listen, I get it. Like, I'd give Cam and Dayron spot minutes instead of just doing the dumb 10-man rotation. I think there's times that you should, like, I will agree with this. Like, say, for instance, our next two games, right? We got Magic and we got the Cavs. In my opinion, there is no reason that somebody like Sharp or Cam or even Kessler should not get minutes in those games. We are going to win those games. That's when you put these guys in. Get them some time. You don't have to give them 20, 30 minutes, but at least let them get like a 15-minute run. Instead of bringing in James Johnson for 20 minutes, bring in Kessler or bring in Sharp. Like, mix it up a little bit. Like, because these games, the problem that we're having too is these games, I know they're the starting rotation and Nash is trying to get everything figured out with the guys that we have, which kind of, I think, is what is affecting these rookies coming in, because that's part of it, is that our team as constructed with role players and starters is still not 100% on the same page. And we've seen that. Sometimes they get it going and they look great, but against the good teams, we seem to fall apart two quarters in, third quarter hits, and we all of a sudden lose for whatever reason. But these next two games definitely should, in my opinion, you should be giving some of these rooks a little look, more than like 5 minutes a game, to really see where they're at.
Yeah.
But then if we lose the games, then it's terrible. So
I know, but you can put them on a short leash. Like, you're telling me that somebody like Kessler couldn't come in for 10, 15 minutes and be effective? I really do. I mean, and even Sharp for that matter. Like,
no, I'm not disagreeing with you that he should try it. What I'm saying is that if he does it and then we lose, forget it. Like,
yeah, but you keep him on a short leash. I mean, if there's anything tonight that says tonight with the Cavs, is anything that shows you is that multiple times through we lost AJ, but multiple times through tonight's game, we extended the lead by 5, by 10, by 20. They came back. Then we went back up by 10, by 15. So we have the capability, even if we are not in sync against somebody like the Cavs or even the Magic, to lose a little bit of the lead and gain it back very easily. So to me, there's no reason you couldn't put some of these guys on a short leash and really give a go and see where they're at, especially against scrub teams. Because to me, at the end of the season, I think when we've got a full season under our belt and dudes are starting to get tired and maybe even injuries, because Yvonne said it earlier, we're not taking in consideration like possible injuries to some of these guys later on. And that's just the reality of it.
I think today would have been perfect to play the rookies if we were going to do it, because not only were we playing the Cavs, we were playing a depleted Cavs team.
Yeah. So, and you don't need to put them all in at the same time.
No, absolutely.
You could just take one at a time. Like there was no reason you couldn't have had one of these guys in at all tonight. Really, I mean.
Well, you know what I want to say, because, we're 15 games in now. And I remember for the first, I don't know if it was like 7 or 8 games, we weren't playing any Bembry, and everybody was screaming for Nash to play Bembry, to give Bembry some minutes. And now we're seeing Bembry pretty regular. So I don't know, man. It's still really early in the season. So
yeah,
hopefully these rookies could get some time in. But I don't get why they didn't play tonight, considering that we were up a lot.
I'll
we're
bet
missing
you
3
the
players.
Plan, yeah. I do believe the plan was to bring them in, but let's be honest, the Cavs somehow
started coming back.
They got it under single They got it into single digits, and Nash
can't lose.
And you
lose to the Cavs.
Both KD and Harden said before the game that securing a win tonight was very important.
Very important.
So
absolutely.
I'm glad that they said that. By the way,
yeah,
I like that mindset.
Exactly, and with the fact that it got as close as it did, which in my opinion it never should have. It did, and that's why I think they stayed in and you didn't see the young guys come in. I think if we got into that, 2-3 minutes into the fourth quarter and we're up by 20, 25, you could arguably say, but we let them get close. And I think we shut the door on bringing those guys in personally.
Agreed. Did y'all see James Johnson's get blocked by the rim?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
James Johnson is just an NPC.
Boy, chill out, bro. That boy bot.
NPC, bro. Your whole bot, bro.
At first, I didn't realize what happened. I was like, wait a minute, did he miss that? Because the way it hit, I was a little shocked. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Johnson, bro.
Anybody in chat got anything else they want to talk about? Hey, I am liking to see, like I said, the silver lining in Joe Harris going down is Patty's getting more run with these guys, which I think is important.
Yeah.
It's getting him more consistent. I think because there was other thing I want to point out, that during the game, during a couple of the timeouts, the camera caught KD talking to Patty Mills and pointing to certain points on the court. And what I noticed is he was telling him, and then I watched it. And this is my take on it. I think he was showing him and telling him where to be, like as if Joe Harris was there. And then you notice he started posting up on the side. He started hitting those threes. So you're seeing also, I think it's great for Patty because he's now getting to run with the starters. And I think that's a huge thing that's only going to benefit him more if he goes back to the bench once Harris comes back. It's hard to say. I was kind of excited and happy that we got to see Patty start. I'm glad he made that move. I think that was the right move to do.
Does KD seem hurt to y'all?
I think he's tired. I mean, I know his shoulder looked a little banged up, but I think he's tired. I think he's a little tired.
What we did 3 games in 4 days? 3 games, three games in 4 days, right?
Yeah.
We just
did?
Then,
yeah, I think, yeah. And then the last 3 games, he's been getting beat up a lot. Taking a lot of fouls. Yeah. So
and remember, we talked about this earlier, Saint, that the league did not do a good job preparing the players for the rule changes, in my opinion. Because the players all seem lost. They don't seem to know what's going on with the fouls. And they just don't seem to know what's a foul and what's not a foul anymore. Like,
Yeah.
what can we get away
exactly.
with?
Yeah. Agent,
They didn't do a
tell
good
me-
job, like preparing the players for the rules changes.
for
like,
what to expect. Exactly. Think about
Exactly.
how many people so far this season on multiple teams are, and you're seeing it every game.
every game.
That Nets players, other team,
Other
they're looking at the
teams.
refs going, how is that not a foul?
Foul,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like it's been a
I
foul
don't-
my whole life that I've been playing basketball, and now I get slapped on the arm and it's not a foul. So how
Yeah.
do I play defense and what am I allowed to get away? They just didn't do a good rollout in terms of getting the players prepared for.
Yeah, it's like they didn't.
Change.
It's like they didn't put. It's like they didn't put any presentation together, telling these guys like, "Hey, by the way, this is what we're going to be calling and not calling." I think that would be a fair thing to do.
Real Royal, what you talking about, bro? I was asking him a question, Real Royal. Chill out.
Julian, I'm not
coming at nobody. I was really asking the question. I was really asking Abe what he was talking about, bro. That boy Real Royal got offended.
What happened? What happened?
But yeah, I agree. I agree. They could have done it better. They just came into the season. There
and all
was
the
just
players
no
are like,
calls.
"What's
Like
going on?"
they was missing calls. Like even non-rule change calls. Like it was crazy.
And the players are all looking around like, well, what's going on, bro? This has been a foul my whole life that I've been playing ball. Like, like you hacked me on the wrist. That's a foul. Now it's not a foul. Like, and how do I play defense?
There's 123 people watching right now. Try to hit
Get
that
those likes up, man.
Hit that like button, subscribe. It helps us out, gets the message out there more. If you haven't hit that like button, please smash the fuck out of that button.
Yeah, I hear if you hit that subscribe and like button, Kyrie can come back.
Facts.
Yeah. And I heard if you hit the like button and you don't have a girlfriend, one will call you. I think
That's what
that
you
will
heard.
happen. Yeah, that's what I heard. I've hit right now. Oh, we went up to 74. That's a whole lot of people. 76. A whole lot of people about to get girlfriends tonight.
I think they're more inclined for getting Kyrie back.
So
AJ,
AJ ain't coming back, by the way. So this is our
AJ
now.
dipped out on us.
AJ, you ratchet. For real.
So what do you think about guys saying, what about using Cam Thomas as trade bait to get a better center or power forward starter? I don't think Cam will contribute anything this year, probably not even much till next year.
Nope. Not happening.
Well, let me ask you this then, Age. Pick one guy you would do that for.
That I would do what for?
Trade.
For a center or power forward. Pick one of those guys that you would do it for, within reason.
Wait, that I would trade Cam Thomas for?
Yeah, like get rid. Like if
it's Miles Turner. It's just
for
Miles.
you. It's Miles. So if they offered you Miles Turner for Cam Thomas, you'd be like, all right,
I'd take that. I'll take that. I'll take a Miles Turner. For sure.
Somebody said Bagley. What about chat? What do you think? If you literally had to, yeah, Julie, my laptop is ratchet. Yeah, chat. What do you think? Is there anybody power forward or center that you would trade Cam Thomas? Is there anybody?
Like the only person I think Cam Thomas is worthy of is Dame Lillard. Because I don't want to.
I agree.
I think we need to trade prestige asset for prestige asset. And I feel like Cam Thomas is
nobody feels the role better than one Damian. Yeah. What's his name? What's the middle name? Oliver Lillard. That's who we need.
Sabonis. Sabonis is interesting too. He's talented.
He
called him Saboner.
What is this? Who is Sengun? Who is that?
Oh, Sengun or Sengun? Yeah, he's on the Rockets. He's nice.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Nah, but then
wait, Swaggy, we know we're not trading Cam. This is a hypothetical.
We're just having hypotheticals.
Yeah.
We're not trading anybody.
But see,
AJ wants Saboner. That's who AJ wants.
Yeah, but see, now that we traded Cam for Dame Lillard, I'll then flip Dame Lillard to the Lakers for like someone like AD. But then
Joel.
You know what? Scratch that. Flip Dame for Joel.
MB?
Right?
Yeah, and then if we play our cards right, maybe we can get Giannis after that.
Yeah, maybe we can force a buyout with Giannis and the Bucks and he can come on the minimum.
And then it'll just be KD, Harden, Joel, and Giannis.
Who's Wardell?
I like that team.
I don't know who Wardell Curry is.
That's Steph.
Scalabrini. Shut up.
Steph's real name is Wardell.
AJ refilled his cup with something a little saucy.
AJ, I think it's time to go to sleep.
It's a boner. Tobacco Anderson. What the fuck? Cam Thomas for Jared Allen. Yeah, I would do that.
What type of name is that, Ward? Have y'all ever seen the clip when the reporter called Steph Wardell?
Kwame Brown.
It's Wardell.
Definitely
He was like,
Brown.
Wardell, and Steph was like, who the fuck? He was like, why you call me that? Goofy.
Yeah, but since we have Giannis. Oh, sorry.
Bobby, no, I was just gonna say I was gonna say a stupid name like Bobby Caldwell or something stupid.
Yeah. But like Julian peep game, right? So now we got Giannis and Embiid, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good team. I think that's an okay team.
And so like, mind you, definitely like by the time we get them, it's gonna be like in the future.
Yeah. So
like we can hire a bunch of scientists, right?
Right.
And we can get them to recreate the exact copy of Kareem, right? You follow me?
That's a good. I like that. I think
right. And then we got a chamber, right? And then we can put Giannis in that chamber, and that chamber will turn him into Kareem.
You see, I think
you got one person that's Kareem and Giannis mixed together.
I think if we had that team, we might like win the playoffs. I think we might win the finals. I think that's a good team. That's a decent team,
And then like Embiid, right?
Yeah.
Like by the time, like, since this is in the future, right? Shaq's daughter will be of age, right?
AJ's elbow cuff.
So like Julian, follow me, right? So like Shaq's daughter will be of age, so we can kind of set up Embiid and Shaq's daughter to like have a kid. So now we have a future.
Where the fuck are you going with this?
So now we have the best player of all time, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a young one.
This isn't twins with like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. You may be too young for that movie, but
no, I've seen that movie. I know something.
But I mean, listen, I know Cam is good, but I don't think Cam is valued that much to get like Paul George. It's not even, or somebody like that. It has to be within reason.
Paul George is not going to leave.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we can get Dame.
Yeah, bro. Get Dame.
You are not getting.
We can just casually just get Dame. Like we could just hey Portland. You guys want to trade Dame away for Cam Thomas, and they're gonna be like, bet. That's cool.
Nicholas Reed said Quincy Acey over Javon.
Damn, that's crazy. But Julian, right? So watch you, like the grand plan expands, right? So obviously, like we stated, this is gonna be in the future, right?
It's in the future.
Yeah. So by the time LeBron James' son will be damn near in his prime, probably like 27 to that age, right? And probably, probably Kyrie probably retired by then. And the Harden's probably going in KD too.
Yeah, they go. No, they're going.
Yeah.
Damn, this man just said Chioza about to get a chip.
But like, nah. So let's just assume Kessler turns into like Gary Payton mixed with Stephen Curry. And we I feel like that's a fair, safe assumption. Yeah, and he's like a solid 20 points per game, and he's a demon on defense, so we can
25. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I feel like a straight up trade.
Miles, what did he? I'm sorry to interrupt, but Miles said Kyrie posted something on Instagram story. What did he post this time?
Yeah, what did he post? Something
more Matrix or what?
Probably some more Matrix. Probably more Matrix. But
what did he post?
Probably something. But like follow, right? So we got Bronny, right? And like it's a consensus, right? When we get Bronny, we can get LeBron. And that makes sense because Bron's still gonna be here. Bron gonna be 43 and he's still gonna be a superstar. But even if he's 43, Pete, he's gonna clone himself into androids. So he can have the long. He's gonna have androids, but he's not gonna tell anybody they're androids.
Dude, you just read off like a fucking movie. Dude.
It's way too late over
you just cloned like 7 different dudes like into one person, and then turns this shit into robots, like fucking RoboCop here and shit. Like
those video games, man.
Al Max like cut his mic.
How you gonna cut the man mic? Because he trying to put our team together so we can win. Mic. You're not a real fan, fake fan.
He's like trying to make like a motherfucking Frankenstein and shit.
Y'all not seeing like the vision. Like y'all not seeing the vision because
They
I'm
not seeing that
seeing
shit. They not seeing that, bro. Don't even waste your time, bro. Like they
like you're not
simple.
even
They
seeing the
simple
vision
minded.
of like us
Oh shit!
dominating
How
the
about
league.
this, Chubb? How about this, Chubb? We need Juwan
Oh
man.
fuck, that's crazy.
Juwan
That's
man.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Cause bro, that shows they couldn't be GM. So they don't got the They don't got
Nah,
the
but
sauce
Pete,
like
right?
that.
But see, you know what?
Not yet.
But what's his name? Martell, since you said that, right? We can flip Joanna Man for what's Bow Wow's character name in Like Mike? Because he's gonna be older to be in the NBA now.
I think.
Like he's gonna be in his he's gonna be in his
See, the thing
prime.
about Bow Wow is he's 5'6". So
I need more likes. More likes on the stream. More
Juice
likes
Kid's
on the
here.
stream.
Juice Kid's here. We need Air Bud. This was the other one.
What?
Oh yeah, we can flip Bow Wow's character from Like Mike for Air Bud, since like probably in the future animals will be allowed to play in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So like,
imagine a gorilla on the team. We need a gorilla on this bitch. That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, Juice Kid, where the hell you been?
well, he ain't been posting no pictures or nothing.
Yeah, Juice Kid, what you doing?
Have you been following Kyrie? Do you got
Yeah,
any
we need
news
some
for us?
pictures.
Say, you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that? He was like, "Hey, I know Kyrie." He was like, last season, he was like, "Hey, y'all, Kyrie, my cousin, he gonna come back tomorrow." This was when he was on his hiatus for 2 weeks, and he really came back. Like Kyrie really came back the next day.
like,
We
you
need
know
the
what?
white
You know
boy
what,
from
Royal?
White Man Can't Jump.
You know what? We can get Woody Harrelson's character from White Man Can't Jump off of waivers and shit. So we can
Dude,
get.
we
him
already
off
have
waivers.
a White Man Can't Jump. That's Harris. We already have a White Man Can't Jump.
Nah, but like this is a movie character, so his stats are inflated by like tenfold.
Exactly, he'll be a really good
Goku.
6-man. You get Goku, yeah. Let's just get Goku. Let's just go.
You know what?
Goku.
We can work that out. We can work out Goku. He'll probably get like a vet minimum because I don't know how old he gonna be. Like he gonna be old. Like I don't know.
Who we really want is Naruto and Sasuke. That's who we really want.
No,
you know.
no.
Yeah, that's who we really want.
We're gonna blow 3-1 leads left.
Yeah,
right.
no, that's Goku.
Bow Wow's name is Calvin, and
That's a weird name. I'm sorry.
it almost reminds you like of Alvin, right? Like AJ's name. Alvin.
Yeah, like AJ's name, y'all.
That's like,
and you know what?
Alvin's brother.
Let's read. You're right. We're gonna get Quincy McCall, but you know what? This is in the future, so their daughter is probably old enough to be in the NBA and shit. And like by this time, like women can be in the NBA also, so it's like a whole
equality.
Thing. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, equality for all. So we gonna have the McCall's daughter. We're gonna have Woody Harrelson for White Man Can't Jump. We're gonna have Bronny. We're gonna have LeBron James's android, and Embiid and Shaq's like Embiid and Shaq like fucking. Damn,
how about this guy said get Alec Baldwin? Dude can shoot.
Matter of fact, you know what?
80-year-old Alec Baldwin.
Let's get Adam Sandler. Like, have you seen him hoop?
Adam Sandler is like 70.
Jesus Shuttlesworth would be nasty.
Yo, our next game is at Orlando or in Brooklyn?
It's home.
It's home. Okay. Anything to worry about next game?
No.
Is Vucevic still there? I don't like the way y'all said said no. I don't like the way you said no. Don't do Florida like that. Don't do Florida like that. Chill out. It's always something to worry about.
They're gonna be yeah.
Are they full team? Like anybody hurt?
Where you go?
The Bulls. Like hello?
Oh, I forgot about that. All right, you right. I forgot about that.
You really are high.
I forgot about. Wait, who's on the team?
Dude,
I
would
know
totally
who's on
do this.
Orlando's team.
Will Ferrell from Semi-Pro. I would totally fucking do that.
See, but they drink that Florida water, so when you got somebody drinking that Florida water, they could pull out a win. You know?
See, scratch Will Ferrell from Semi-Pro. You're gonna get my man Cortez from Coach Carter. He can shoot from half court. And shit.
No, you need to get.
No,
you know who we need to get is Coffee Black from Semi-Pro.
No, that was the Andre 3000 character.
Yes, we need Coffee Black, bro. I want to take Coffee Black from Semi-Pro.
Yeah.
So do we sit KD next game since there's no problem?
Yes.
I wouldn't be mad if we do.
I think we
I want to sit.
KD
I want to sit there, man. Rest your shoulder. You know, kick your feet up. Turn the fan on. You know, put the fan on your bald spot. You know, just kick it. Have fun. You know, chill out.
I also think it would be good for Harden to have more pressure on him.
Yeah.
To let him, just hero ball. AJ making out right now?
AJ a thought. AJ's a whore. You know, he be out here. He be out He be out here hoeing y'all. He a thought, you know. You know.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Ain't that right, AJ?
AJ still with us? Yeah.
Nah, he probably going. He had to go fill out some contracts.
He got to work out the contracts and make sure
That's
he's not over the cap limit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's a lot of 10 days on the roster.
Yeah.
One of AJ's 10-day contracts over Javon. Stupid.
Somebody's really upset that we're not playing the rookies, man.
Ladies love AJ.
Exactly. Yeah, I told y'all he a little thought. I told y'all, AJ, ain't you a thought? Yeah.
Hey,
that's my boy, y'all. But thought.
Well, gentlemen, we almost made it 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah,
2 hours.
For the charge stream. So we're just gonna go around the horn. Last words, Age. What you got? You don't have to get off. Once you give your last words, you don't have to get off yet either. But last words.
Like, you know, let's rest KD a little bit because he didn't look good tonight to me. And he looked a little off in the second half of last game too. So I'm a bit concerned that he's getting a little bit too much of a workload. He's playing like the whole first quarters in these games, and I think we need to sit him a game, give him some rest. And we should dominate Orlando, so we should get to see some rookies play, hopefully. And, man, I hope Kyrie gets it together and just comes and plays basketball. And everything's good, and we could just sail into the playoffs and win a chip. Those are my last words.
You're thinking way in the future.
Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm all the way in the future. I think ahead.
Yeah, we at 88 right now. All right, Julian.
12 more likes.
What you got, Julian?
AJ just said, I'm sitting in this girl's car right now, and it's very messy. Girls don't take care of their cars. AJ, you go out bad. You go out bad for even being in that situation. Probably got the McDonald's and the Burger King bag at the foot of the car. You know, it is what it is, though. Do your thing, AJ. We love you.
Smell like Cheetos in there.
Is she driving Is she driving a stick shift or automatic?
Definitely not a stick shift.
Definitely not a stick
shift. Most definitely not a stick shift.
Definitely not a stick shift in the city.
Real Royal, I don't know what's wrong with you. He talking about get ready to see Kyrie and Harden in a Philly jersey. Real Royal, I think it's time for you to go to sleep. I think it's late, and I just think it's time for you to, you know. But shout out to everybody for coming up here. Thanks. You know, shout out to the people. Stream. Yeah, like the stream up. Shout out to Age for coming. It's always a party when Age come up. You know, it's always on God. You know. Shout out to Chubbs. Shout out to Saint and like the stream up.
Oh nah, AJ, she driving a Nissan.
She driving a Nissan.
The tail light is definitely missing, ain't it? I guarantee you, there's one door that's a different color because she fucked up the car. Like,
is all the hubcaps there? Be real, you don't gotta lie.
Yo, shout out AJ, man. Shout out Nets Kingdom. We go hard, man.
It's a 2003 maroon Nissan Ultra. That's what I bet.
Nah, it's gonna be that ugly beige color for some reason. But nah,
it's beige. It really used to be white, but it's just beige now because it's dirty. You know.
But yeah, like I said, team's not in a good spot at the moment, but at least we not the Lakers.
Damn.
I can't stress. At least
amen. Put it on a shirt.
Word. Because we could be the Lakers, right?
Because we could be. We could always be the Lakers, you guys. It could always be worse.
We could be the Knicks too.
Lakers are just down horrendous. Like
we could always have Russell Westbrook on our team, so we should just be thankful, you know.
And thank God our stadium name ain't changed into something trash like crypto.com currency or like stadium.
Now,
it's called the crypto.com arena.
If it does say crypto and no .com, that'll actually be pretty cool. The crypto arena, that'll be bad.
But they had to ruin it. It's the crypto.com arena.
Yeah, that ruins it exactly.
And why you got to put a .com? And I don't understand.
Yeah, that's extra.
Yeah, and they gotta see DeAndre Jordan play basketball.
If I'm a fan, I'm not going there just because of the .com.
Yeah. Oh God, but
there's gonna be a lot of pissed people about that out here. A lot of people.
But yeah, thank God we're not the Knicks. And them too. Thank God we're not the Knicks either.
It's crazy because we're not even playing good, and we still all right? Like we're still 10-5, and we're not even playing good.
We're 11-5. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, 11-5. Damn, we played.
Oh, so this was
16
16 games. Yeah, I thought it was the 15.
Yeah, so we played 16.
I thought it was the 15th, but okay, yeah. And see, and we look like we don't have it figured out, and we're still all right.
We're not in trouble, like in deep trouble, like we can't make the playoffs. Like we have time to get it together, and we have time to get a high seeding. So,
hey, I think Dunkin' Donuts Arena is badass, man. What are you talking about? That shit's badass.
Dunkin' Donuts Arena is
Where
crazy.
is that?
Sell the team and trade every player.
As long as they're selling like jelly-filled munchkins in there, I'm all
That's
good.
what I'm
bro.
saying.
You know
Unless
what I'm
we get
saying?
donuts after every win, like that's a stupid thing.
We do got to stay healthy, though. I agree with Yvonne. And we can't overwork KD. And I feel like right now he looks overworked. He's you seen him slouching, holding his knees, and leaning over in the corner. I don't know. I don't like how he looks right now.
We should always be thankful that we have KD and Harden. Like we should always be thankful for that. Like not a lot of people, not a lot of teams have a Harden or let alone a KD. So we should always just be. And then we have good pieces around us. So we should, it's gonna be more bad games and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of negative stuff that happens. But because we have those two and we have a pretty good core offensively, like we should be okay.
Yeah. And I don't think I said this before, but we don't have to watch DeAndre Jordan pick up a basketball.
Oh yeah,
that alone is just a W in the season. I don't care what our record is.
I didn't like seeing him on the bench. That was already too much. So
do people think that Anthony Davis is better than Giannis? Is that why people are surprised that Giannis bust his ass tonight?
No, I don't think he's a
the age. I'm gonna tell you right after that bubble run, Anthony Davis was considered better than any big in the league.
Really?
For real?
Yeah, bro. I don't remember
the MVP. Who won the MVP that year?
LeBron.
LeBron won the MVP.
But Pete, and I don't think I know it, but there was a whole comparison to Tim Duncan and Anthony Davis. How Anthony Davis,
I remember that.
Tim Duncan.
I remember that now.
Anthony Davis was definitely on like the hierarchy, and it was always like a rival, like 80 versus Embiid, 80 versus Giannis, and whatnot.
And now Giannis is dominating.
Yeah, now Giannis got it, but 80 was always in that I would put Jokic over 80 now. I put 80 as the third.
Too.
I would put Joel over 80 now. I put 80 as probably the third or fourth best, but that's not.
I'd argue really 80 big is overrated, but yeah. I'd argue.
What would you put? Who's better? Who's better than AD
in terms of bigs?
Yeah,
Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Yeah, but fourth I think is a good spot, and it's like not like
that's
and
not
he could still hang with those with those first three. He could still hang with them, and he could still. I think he has really good offense. He could still hang with them, but I think those players are better.
Not to be rude to cut you off, we can keep talking after this, but let's close it out. Chubbs, you got any more last words? Are you good?
Javon Carter is bald. Good night.
How old is Javon Carter?
He's in his 20s.
Oh yeah, it's time to go, y'all.
But exactly. All right, I'm just gonna say, we needed this win. Thank God we got it. I hope to see some of the rookies get a little bit more play in the next two games. I'd like to see Kessler come out either the next game or Cavs. I'd like to see that. Other than that, man, Kyrie, hurry the fuck up. Get the jab. Come the fuck back already. Let's move on from this shit. Let's see. That's it. Brooklyn Way, little Jersey swag. Thank you guys for coming out. People who hung around. We'll be back at it when we face the Magic.
Like the stream on the way out.
Y'all have a good night.